You do it every time, Alex. It's not ready until I press the button.
Oh well. I'll get it on point. One time I will get it on point.
You have got it right before, but I had to literally count you in.
What? Did you?
Yes.
Ooh.
So this is the opening, whatever the fuck it is,
Whoa.
cutscene of The Witcher. It doesn't explain anything. I don't know if it's meant to be like a flashback to The Witcher 2 or anything.
So you're strutting about the aftermath of a large battle.
Aye. Well, the basic thing of this game is that there is a war going on, and in some areas, you know, there's been a war.
Ooh, wow. Wow!
I don't want this full screen either, just so I can keep switching. To make sure it is fine. But yeah, so we get a fair bit of cutscene which doesn't really make any sense other than to introduce that she's important, I think. That's all it really does.
Isn't she the love interest from previous games? It looks like it.
I think she's the love interest from the first game.
Yeah, well that's problematic.
Fire!
So she's going to be...
It all fell short. I think I saw one person keel over then. What?
Who's the older gent?
That is... I think it's your teacher.
Of course she's going to be magic.
Because they're all witches, aren't... Well, the witches are the main characters.
Ooh.
Grenade!
That's handy. It's handy.
It is, yes.
Oh, as cinematics go, that's pretty fucking epic. It
is pretty impressive. However, when I started the game, when I got it yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I literally started the game and went, I have no idea what the fuck is meant to be happening. I was like, I don't really care about any of this because I don't know what's happening. But to be fair, none of this was interesting to me because there's no context yet.
Well, I'm looking at her going, I wanted to survive because I presume I can bang her at one point, at some point in the game. That's the only because that's what The Witcher is supposed to be pretty notorious for. Is you can go around banging every witch you come across, supposedly.
Your words was precisely, I want her to survive so I can bang her.
Yeah. In the game, you spanner.
I just want you to point out that you said that.
You bastard. But no, I'm... As much as I say that quite loudly and bluntly, I'm willing to bet that most people who've played the Witcher series and saw that character were thinking along the same lines. I hope she's relevant. She looks fairly attractive.
I can guarantee that you're right, and it's quite sad, isn't it? To be perfectly honest,
it's a little bit, but hey.
And here we can see that although the cutscene was much better graphics than the other one, this is still fucking phenomenal, can't you?
It is very good, yes.
And
face looks very.
It's the thing where you know how much I say that graphics aren't very important. They're important, but only to an extent. Really, you don't need them to be better than just visible.
Loading time wasn't too long either.
This game is probably the only game I've seen where the graphics are like warranted for the fact that the effort into the game itself is spectacular anyway. So they haven't just said fuck it. This is the shit game. Let's just make the graphics good to make it sell. The graphics are definitely just as well as.
What?
Oh,
what is that?
Oh, it's rock lobster. Rock lobster.
Tell me it's his pet or something.
No, it's his penis. I'm waiting for the reaction that you're going to have in a second anyway.
Who's that?
Oh no! Lobster!
Oh, there we go. There's... Okay. Shit has to hit the fan though. You've got to get... Your house is going to be attacked or something.
It takes me a second to realise where the fuck the game wants me to look in a second, because... Actually, I'll tell you why in a second, right?
Whoa.
Fucking hell, my voice just broke like shit then.
Yeah.
It's fine now. It's fine. So later. He's got a weird voice. It takes a while to get used to, in my opinion. It's quite gravelly in that. It's not bad. It just took me a while to get used to it.
Fair enough.
Now fuck off.
Yeah, that's exactly my thing.
Whore!
Now you can piss off.
Anyway,
If famous.
the game says find your keys, which it will do in a second. What?
Like there's missions in friggin' Wolfenstein. Help such and such, find such and such in that little sort of hut. They're all cowering, and I was like, fucking hate these. I want to be out killing Nazis.
Oh yeah.
But.
Like, when I first, I was like, Jesus, she got dressed quick. That was what went through my head then. I was like, Jesus Christ.
So is she at all relevant?
Yes. Right. Find your keys. Oh, can you see it? Yeah. By the way, this is my first hour ever playing, so I don't know what the controls were. So you'll see me press the wrong button a few times because I'm trying to click them all. Just turn the music down, Asa. Take your fucking time. Right, the keys are next to that book that was on the desk far away. In a second, you'll see it glittering when I use my zoom in power thing.
Use your Witcher senses
That's
to find
it.
the key.
I'm pressing the wrong button. Right, yeah, there. You see it?
Ah, yeah.
Right.
You're like, ooh, it glows, it's red!
No, what it is, I precisely saw that, but for some reason, because of other games I've played, I assumed that was a save station.
I can see why you'd think that.
So
Yeah.
that is the last thing that I look at. It's just there's so many other games that
Why
do
is
it.
stuff glowing red?
It's just stuff that is
you can interact
is
with.
plot relevant.
Ah.
The red stuff is usually mission or plot relevant, and the orange stuff is stuff you can loot, and that's about it.
Oh god, it's a proper fisheye effect, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't need to use it that. That's a lie. You need to use it all the fucking time.
Lilac and gooseberries, of course.
Of course, lilac and goose. Look, see, I'm like, I'm like, you son of a bitch. And now I don't know where the door is because I'm a stupid fuck again. Oh, I want to point out, I don't understand what the point of this transition is here. I have everything. This is
Oh wow!
Is it? Yeah, look at. I'm like,
Wow!
nice.
Damn.
Anyway, the door is to the left. To the left. There it is.
Yeah. It is pretty dark and dingy, you know.
Right, so you go through there, and you go downstairs, and I'm like, you can't run yet. I'm like, is this relevant? You know. There is no relevant point for you to walk down these stairs because in a second there'll be like a jump cut to outside. So it doesn't make you walk outside. It just goes fuck it. You have to walk down the stairs, and now we'll just make it easy.
Okay.
Old Witcher's fast asleep.
Old Witcher's fast asleep.
Of course.
Siri must have. Hope this is not
He doesn't
Chris's
have a-
blood.
He doesn't have a name. He's just Old Witcher.
I think he's just being like when people when people in stories say, the old man's fallen asleep. Where it's like
Oh yeah.
like the father figure or whatever. I think that medallion's meant to be like as much as I've played in the main story. I'm a few hours in. I think that medallion's relevant to each Witcher. I think it helps them sense stuff.
Yeah.
These lessons so boring they put you to
The
sleep.
world looks gorgeous. Even in the low res distance, it looks good.
Yeah, it's really. It's one of them games where I think it looks beautiful, but for the first time, apart from since Skyrim, I'd say the beauty there is relevant because it's the story itself is perfect enough where then adding everything to graphics after that seems not a waste. Whereas in other games, I've pointed out where although it might look spectacular because the game's so shit it's hardly relevant. Like say Watch Dogs. Although they downgraded the graphics for that, I'm just saying, but that was the main selling point, that the graphics are meant to be great.
Yeah.
And it's like, that surely shows that it's a bit shit. This game kind of marketed itself not only on how good it looked, but its massive storytelling, didn't it?
Yeah.
So,
I might have to go and buy this on the way home tomorrow. Might have to do
you
it.
can get it from Argos. In Ashbourne.
In
Home base.
home base.
Well, it's more expensive, though.
How much?
It's like 47 quid instead of 44.
44.99. Oh,
Yeah, it's like 47, 46, so somewhere like that.
checks. My phone isn't hooked up to the Wi-Fi. Oh yes, it is.
You got a laptop next to you.
I'm checking my money.
Oh, I thought you were going to check Argos. I was like, get a laptop next to you, Alex.
Dead quite need to do that, eh, sir? No.
So here we see someone trying to be a ninja.
This is going to be a young Witcher, presumably.
Yes.
And because he looks like he wants to be a badass, he's going to...
She.
She?
She.
Didn't get a look at her face.
No, you don't. I just thought I'd point it out that she's she.
That's pretty cool. Gonna die tragically?
If you want spoilers.
No, spoilers. Well, we're gonna find out in the first hour, aren't we?
By spoilers, I mean in like 10 minutes after this whole sequence finishes.
She's dead.
No.
Ah, okay.
Technically, that is a spoiler.
No more spoilers, but I would have assumed that she would die.
This thing is only like 10 minutes long, this whole sequence with the...
God, you really wouldn't be able to tell, would you?
What?
That she was a she. Because they've all got long flowing hair.
Yeah. I think you can from her voice, though, if you actually heard it. If we actually had the sound up, we'd actually be able to hear what the fuck was happening. Basically, the point is that the old man was teaching her about the history of stuff, and she got bored, so she's gone to train by herself, and now everyone's a bit annoyed because you shouldn't do that because you have to learn history.
Yeah. You need to know your history to know what you're fighting for.
It's not really that. You need to. It's like knowledge. The good thing about this game, which it has, is that you have a bestiary, which you see to look up animals and creatures.
Oh right. Oh yes.
And then
this is why some of the older games were downgraded, not just by Yachts but other reviewers as well. It's very bookish. You're very bookworms. You've got to research things.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a bad thing because all you do is you see an enemy, and like I've learnt quite a few types of enemies' weaknesses, but it'll tell you like what spells they're generally the weak to. Like it's not hard.
She's tiny.
It's not hard to tell if you. Oh, I lose quite a lot of health in here because he moves quite fast.
Oh, you're gonna fall off, are you?
I don't die. I don't die once during this little tutorial because I don't really get anywhere. There's only like one fight scene.
Does move quite quickly.
Yeah, like you lose health from quite small drops. Like this bit, you meant to go down the ladder. I'm like, do I run it? Okay, nope.
Oh yeah.
You know, because in most games you run near a ladder, they automatically go down. And then it was only afterwards I saw the button. I was like, ah, shit. I was like, which way do I go? Show me, little girl. Thank you. And then I fall anyway. No, I don't.
Seamless climbing animation. Why have you just buzzed?
Don't bother me, Geralt.
You could be entitled to so much money in PPI.
Last chance is, do you want to come to Reese? See Reese?
No.
Going once. Going twice.
Reese is a piece of shit. I don't want to see him again! It broke my heart.
I can pay for your train tickets like
No, I've got
now.
family coming down, haven't I?
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
And apparently I like them.
Yeah, apparently.
I
God
do.
knows why, you weirdo.
I
I don't just say that. I don't say that because your family's weird, just family in general.
But Tony gives me money.
Good point.
Every week. Which is nice. And it means that I can never so slightly delay my needing to get a job. Because I'm a piece of shit. Anyway, but yeah.
By markings, like unto the Panthera.
I forgot what the fuck's happening now because I was talking about how Reese broke my heart, and I promised to myself I'd never tell the world about that, but it's too late now.
So you did read the chapter. Still,
Is it just you and Josh going then this time?
Yep.
Because James isn't going because he either could go to Rowan's or Reese's. And he'd already promised Rowan that he'd go because it was his birthday.
I would have gone to both, but I, of course, was starting.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, so now...
How old is she? She's like 15.
I assume she's meant to be quite young, you know. Which is meant to live a long time. So the character you play as, Geralt, is meant to be nearly a century old. So they're meant to live quite a long time.
It reminds me of, oh fuck. You know the BBC Robin Hood series?
Yes.
The guy who didn't play the sheriff, but the sort of deputy?
Oh, Guy.
Looks like him. A little bit. The facial features, sort of, if you get my meaning.
Did you watch that all the way through?
Yes.
I did, because it was on Netflix for a bit. I think it's back up actually.
Should work on the basics.
It was on Netflix for a bit, and then for some reason the series 2 and 3 got taken down, and then I'm sure I looked again and they were back up. I'm not sure what's happening there. Did you like it?
I did.
See, I thought it was
And
okay,
it steadily got worse.
It was
and the ending was shit.
It kind of oddly kept hitting and missing with me. You know, like one episode I thought was really good, and then another I thought was shit, and it kept going up and down all the way through. And then the ending seemed to just go.
Yeah. It really. Early on, it was a bit meh. Middle was freaking awesome.
I think series 2
and
was
then
the best,
and
wasn't
the
it?
end was just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
And so here I learned how. Here's the tutorial on how to fight.
So you're gonna get your ass handed to you for a bit, are you?
Yeah.
No.
Well, no. Always learning the controls. Never played The Witcher before, so.
You've only got the one sword. That doesn't look right.
Well, you're just training, aren't you? You've got a training sword. You hit him.
Pretty sprightly
Hit him.
for an old man, eh?
Hit him. Hit him.
Position, Siri.
So yeah, now it's just this for a bit, basic combat. It took me forever to work out like how to use the dodge and the roll effectively when you're fighting multiple enemies, because you can obviously only lock onto one enemy.
Yeah.
So you lock onto one and the enemy's behind you, charge you, so it's quite hard to judge. But the monster fights are spectacular anyway in this game. Have you got signal? Or are you on the internet?
Wi-Fi.
That makes sense. I was just going to say, how the fuck have you got signal?
Sorry, I'm just sorting like train tickets. Which is why I
Right,
was like...
they've got this riveting footage to watch, Alex, anyone who watches this.
Yeah, sorry. But it does look brilliant. I'm looking forward to you getting outside into big... Well, do you get into big expansive sort of areas?
What, in this hour video? Yeah. I just don't get into any serious combat.
Already I'm liking the look of it. I am going to
Yes.
get it tomorrow. So, where exactly is the Argos in the home base? Where do I go? Is it like...
You walk into Argos, to home base like you would, and then literally to your right, there's a tiny little corner which is Argos. So basically all it is a desk in the warehouse. You know, the back bit and the people taking your money. What you do actually, it's really good, is you don't have the books to faff around with in this one. What you have is you have little touchscreen pads, and it says, what do you want? And I went in and I put in The Witcher,
Yeah.
and then it came up with a selection of things that match the search. I pressed the Xbox One, and I pressed add to basket, and then it asks for like a memorable name or word or whatever. You type it in, you go to the front desk, you go, can I buy my shit? And they say, what was your word? You say it, they type it in the computer, and they go, right, that's money. And they give it you. It's actually much more efficient than the big Argoses. I think the other Argoses are doing that now, though. Yeah, that's me. This is me practicing with all the spells.
What's the purple? Is that the area of effect thing?
That slows them down. If they stand in that circle, they get slowed.
But you can stand in the middle of it and be fine.
Yeah, because it's your spell.
Oh. He's like, I've had enough now. You've burnt me. You've slashed me. You've slowed me. Fuck you. I'm going home.
It's pretty funny though when you
get-
accidentally draw the wrong sword for monsters,
Yeah.
and literally you hit them with it, and it kind of just goes no. Oh, shit.
You're still slashing something with a bladed piece of metal.
Well, I get why the monsters are meant to be weak to silver, because that's meant to be traditional, isn't it? It seems a bit odd though why humans aren't affected by the silver sword. Because it's meant to be iron for humans and silver for monsters.
You think the
silver would be able to do both.
yeah.
But I really like it as a mechanic though, so you know, I'm not complaining. It's just a bit confusing.
Siri, get down here.
I suppose it makes sense though, because your weapons degrade. And you can get them repaired. So if you
didn't
always
know
use,
that.
I suppose if you always use your silver, then you'd fucking break your weapon pretty quickly.
Find that helmet.
He's not a human, is he? If you're not a Witcher, is a Witcher a species?
No,
How does this work?
they're people.
So he's human.
What they do is they mutate themselves to be kind of part monster themselves.
That explains his eyes.
Yeah, and that's also why, like I said, there's
His hair
a
goes
point where it
white.
mentions that he's nearly a century old, so they obviously live for quite a long time as well.
Because there's another few witches back there, and they look distinctly young human.
Yeah, but they're probably just younger.
Yeah.
This is meant to be the hideout.
Yeah.
This is, I can't remember what it's called, Kaer Morlan or something. I fucking can't remember. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun, and the weather's getting weird.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, quite. Oh, bother.
Is this a dream or are they genuinely about to get fucked over?
It's a dream.
Wow.
That is the Wild Hunt, by the way.
You weren't sure? He's the baddie.
One. Right, so do you get to see one fight, or is there more than one fight? There's one monster fight, and I get my ass kicked because I don't know how to fucking dodge anything.
What a dream. Oh, the detail on each character is brilliant. Like the spikes and the chainmail, the armour. It looks brilliant. It really does.
Yeah, it's quite hard to
All right.
get new equipment that's better.
Had a nightmare.
Okay.
I got a really good weapon though from the last boss I killed. It's basically like a massive katana kind of deal, like a curved sword. That's my new iron weapon. I've not found a single.
Normally when it comes to weapons, I go for really big blunt sort of things. Like if I can get a big fucking mace, I'm genuinely happy. Just the clong instead of slashing it. I don't know, it just normally the moves are quite visceral. It's like clong dead, clong.
I've not
dead.
found a single silver sword yet though in this game after like 4 hours, 5 hours of playing.
Ooh.
Like I've still got the starter silver sword, but I've got like I found like 20 iron weapons. They've all been shit apart from like 3, but
Do bear in mind that I'm going to dedicate pretty much when I get this game. I'm going to dedicate almost every spare hour I have to it.
Okay.
Because I'm going to. I don't know how far through I'm going to get.
we don't talk to you anyway, Alex. So you know.
Yeah,
Stronger.
Not without the internet.
yeah, it's becoming quite problematic.
Didn't end well, did it? Your dream.
See.
The Wild Hunter piece.
So yeah, this is basically you have options in this game. Like you could basically like ignore the problem and say it's nothing. Let's move on. And I was like, oh fuck it, I'll tell him I had a bad dream because I have no reason not to.
Not to.
There is a thing. I think on PC you can transfer your save data over. Because there's a bit I got to where it basically you're talking to someone and it says, so let's go over what happened, a few years ago. So blah blah blah, and you killed him, and it's like you can either say that I spared him, or he got away, or I killed him. And
But if you had the information from your previous game, you'd be like, yeah, I did.
that's what I mean.
I didn't just kill him, but I raped his corpse, you know?
Yeah, so I didn't know, so I just basically eeny meeny miny mowed everyone. Not exactly, so I would have got the same result, but I just randomly like flicked the thing up and down and then just kind of pressed it. So I've got an incredibly random.
Merciful.
Well, because
killer,
I couldn't
merciful.
I couldn't bother to look it up, and to be fair, I'm not bothered that much.
Oh, he looks like a fucking badass. Look at him.
It's pretty sweet in the way. As I said, it's hard. It's a bit not hard, but it was a bit weird to get used to his voice.
Okay, how loud is this going to appear on the audio?
Fairly.
Fairly loud.
It's a bit hard to get used to his voice because most main characters in films and TV series have got quite clear voices, haven't they now? And
Yeah.
it's like the first one to have a gravelly kind of.
Nothing else to guide us there.
I'm sweet.
What's
He has that weird problem where he doesn't really have a personality though. Sometimes he's quite a blank.
Alright.
Is
Well,
that-
then you're supposed to put your personality into it, aren't you?
I suppose because there's
You
options
can
like.
be lover boy, you can be tossy.
Well,
you
I
can
mean,
be-
because I suppose because you can like help. You can. Like, there's obviously the main story you have to do, but there's like contracts you can take, and you can either help people or just go fuck it, I can't be bothered.
Look, how far behind Yennefer are we?
To be fair, that you're not really meant to be a nice guy. You're meant to be you can be a nice guy, but you're still meant to be a business person. So it's meant to be like you still don't kill the monsters without being paid for it, because obviously it's your job. So it's like,
Pay up, mother truckers.
yeah.
But he's burning my house down!
Well, again, that's the point. It's that weird thing where oh, this is it. I don't die, but I take a lot of damage here, just because I'm still learning the fucking controls. I can promise I'm good at it now.
It looks a bit surreal. You've got tons of leather and chainmail up top and then just padded trousers.
So at the minute, I'm like, I'm not sure what to do. Fuck it, thwack it. Hit it! Right, so because I actually already forgot at this point that there was a block button. Right now I'm trying to like, which one's the dodge, right?
Oof.
I don't think I dodged a single fucking hit once.
You roll out of the way just to kind of go one-on-one with these guys, which is good. Oof.
Obviously, he clipped me then.
What are these things?
But yeah, they're ghouls, I think they were. The monsters the actual monsters that I fought have been pretty badass. I fought a griffin and a golem so far.
Golem.
Golem.
Okay.
Gollum is the character in Lord of the Rings. You actually kill him.
You actually what? You find
oh.
a creature like that and kill him?
No.
I was like, what? Or a golem is
I know.
a big rock creature?
It is.
Yeah. How the hell do you kill a big rock creature?
With a sword, and you hit it a lot. Several fucking times.
I'd imagine you'd be magic because big rocky sort of motherfucker.
It was funny because we were playing. I was talking to Reese and Tyler and that. Not Reese and Tyler, Tyler and Meady and James.
Yeah.
Last night when I did it, and Meady had the game, a couple of days more than me. So he was at the golem part, and he was saying how fucking hard it was. And I got to think, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, I didn't think it was this early. And I beat him first time. I was like, Meady, you're such a bitch. How the fuck? I was under leveled. I was level 4 on a level 5 mission. I still beat it first time.
Nice.
And the mini boss afterwards, which is axe wielding maniac kind of thing.
So here's a question of mine. You're riding along a trail now, but is there anything stopping you getting off your horse? Apart from the fact you're following him, but when I presume you lose him and you're on your own, would you be able to then get off your horse and dive into the lake next to you and swim in it and move around? Is it that big?
Yeah.
Right, then that's amazing.
You can't fight underwater though, so if there are enemies, you have to swim away. Because obviously you can't really swing a weapon underwater.
It's magic. But yeah. Why did he stop?
Yeah, I don't know that. I think you saw me and then go, what?
You right there, buddy? I've just got this thing for bridges.
Sometime later. You have this problem sometimes though. Is that
that was weird.
Yeah, the frame rate.
The hair went.
The frame rate instantly drops sometimes at certain cutscenes. But it usually fixes itself quite quickly, so yeah. That's a griffin.
Follow the blood.
Follow the leader.
Ooh.
See, you should have wore chainmail like me. Shiny. That's it. It flies off. With a horse.
Presumably you follow the trail of blood and kill it.
Nope.
Oh. Isn't that the first boss we come across though?
Yes, but you're not going to kill it without getting paid for it. That was just because you happened to come across it, wasn't it? You're not going to search for it unless someone's giving you money.
True. With that kind of mindset, you just kind of chase an animal, a monster, to a town and go, right, I'm going to burn some shit. And then I'm going to go and talk to the man.
I think that's a very bad thing to do, Alex.
Hey, if you want to solve a problem, at times you've got to create them.
Do you want to be the hero? Yes, then start a fire. Oh. People do that, don't they, actually?
Yep.
Fucking idiots.
What are they called? There's an actual term for it.
I've forgotten. I used to know it because it was on QI.
Fuck it, yeah, I forget as well. But they basically want to be heroes, and it's a trait that's apparently quite common in the States with firemen.
Aye, they start fires and they try to, and it's like, well, I can save the day, and it's like, you're a mad person, you idiot.
Yeah. It's like, you're a little unhinged, you are.
See that guy? Look at that for a hairstyle on the other guy.
Bowl cut.
Yeah, just
looking good. The detail on him is pretty amazing, actually.
yeah. Even the little characters just look like the effort has gone into. You can imagine. I can guarantee that there's going to be a few reused models here and there, but not really that noticeable. It's easier to overlook things like that, especially in a third-person game, unlike Skyrim, which most people play in first, don't they?
I played that primarily in third person.
I thought the combat was a bit shitty in third person, just because aiming was off a bit sometimes.
Yeah, I will agree with you there. But I played it primarily in third.
Let's go. I like your horse is called a roach, by the way.
Whoa!
Here we go. And this is like, yeah, you can look at griffins and it shows you what it's weak against, like down below. It's like it's weak against a certain bomb. You can use a certain potion to buff your weapon, and then you can also use it's weak against a certain spell. And each enemy's got different weaknesses, which is quite sweet. It's the effort's gone into this game. Like I can say, like the graphics are spectacular, but I don't think they're what make it.
It's like it's got a gaming manual built into it, which is
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
We need to watch ourselves.
Do you get any ranged weapons?
Yes, you have a crossbow later on in the game, but I don't really find much of a use for it. It's useful. You get it for the griffin fight, and it's useful then because you shoot the griffin and you sort of shoot it out of the sky, like you sort of unbalance it and
Bring
it
it
falls.
down to earth and then you go slash it up.
Yeah, the weapon itself does like it's only done. It does a shit amount of damage. On the other hand, though, I can imagine you getting better ones later, which are like viable as half alright weapons. But not happened to me yet.
My question would could you basically one shot an insignificant enemy NPC, like a human vagrant or...
Not with the crossbow that I've got at the minute. It does fuck all damage. Well, it does about 20 damage, and my sword does like 50, and my silver sword does 100. So,
What?
what is it?
Before this trouble. That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there. This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
Yeah,
That's the
war.
one that's the one thing about all these games, big open world, these sort of things. Everyone's gritty, everyone's racist, and everyone's an asshole. Always. You don't generally come across somebody going, "Would you like a bed for the night, stranger?" "No, free of charge, it's fine."
You don't get that in real life, do you? Though.
When I first got a puncture on my motorcycle, people came over to check I was okay, offered to fix it for me. So, yeah.
I'll not drink with we.
I must admit, I was really surprised. Initially, I thought, "Are you trying to rob me? What are you..." That was my initial reaction. How cynical is that?
It's not that surprising to see someone and ask if they're okay, is it?
But I wasn't in trouble. Like, the weather was gorgeous. I was at the side of the road. The bike was standing up. Didn't look like I'd crashed. And this other biker just came up and went, "All right, mate, got any issues? Need a hand?" So, yeah.
Yes. Give me your wallet.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Food and drink on the house.
Yeah. So I think I was going to get to a point a minute ago that
Master Witchers.
you can say that it's a bit of a they're a bit mean or little bastards in the fact that they don't do anything for free. I was like, but to be fair, if your trade is to hunt things, you want to get paid for hunting things. Everyone does it. You could call
Tricks of the trade, you know.
you could call the electrician a bastard for not fixing your thing unless you paid him. It's like, I can't live. I goes, I need to cook food. Give me 20 quid and maybe I'll fix it. I haven't got 20 quid. How do I eat then?
Yeah.
It's like,
Bartering.
yeah.
You cook food, I fix shit. Deal.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like when people go on about building your own computer is amazing. It's like fair enough, but that's how the world works. You pay a bit more than it would to build it yourself because then someone who actually knows to do it gets paid to do it for you.
Yeah.
But then they don't have the same skills that you should have because then that's sort of how the trade-off of the world works.
Hence cities.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I mean it's fine.
Massive, great big lump of thousands of people whose skills interlock to create a perfect society.
The alderman would start a collection or go to
Shut up.
I was like,
Go away.
I was like,
You're not welcome here anymore. Alex. Oh wait, I'll make sure you get drunk before I banish you because then you'll have to drive. Have a drink, Alex. Go on. It's fine. You can stay in my lair.
Pretty busy place.
Bryn, you have another victim tonight.
on the move. Some search
Act like you're bothered.
For those who can't
Fucking
see,
sleep.
he's asleep. Kill my pretty kill.
Fucking is.
best to know peace again.
Yes.
Never know what tomorrow will
So right at the minute we're just learning about what's happening in the town. So basically, what's happened up to here, Alex, is whatever this place was before called, I don't know because no one says it anymore. But the place Nilfgaard they're taken over kind of deal. So this place has basically been conquered by them. So this is part of Nilfgaard now.
Right.
But then there's some people that are like, we will never be part of Nilfgaard. Everyone's like, they've already won, you idiot. You know. It's like the armies have already clashed, and it's like these are the peasants that now have to live with the new rulers. And then some people are trying to be like, no, we will never surrender, and other people are like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing when an army fell?
I think you'll find that most of our sons and fathers
Are dead.
are buried over there. Do you want to join them?
Yeah, it's kind of that deal. I kind of like a game because there's not many games that do like the war that's already passed, but only just. They're either like distant.
Aftermath.
They're either distant memory, like, or like you come in like weeks later, or it's about to happen and you're gonna be a part of it, or you have to stop it. In this game, it's literally happened like a week ago, kind of deal.
Oh wow. Well, that opening cinematic one was. There.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But it's like you're not part of the war, which I like. It's a bit odd. It's a bit unusual for a game to try and be outside of the fighting, isn't it? Like, well, you're part of the fighting, but the politics don't matter to you. You're just decided to kill. You're just there to
Presumably,
kill
at
monsters.
some point though, there are missions that will be for either side, like hunt down such and such captain. Why? Because he's raping people. Or the other one will be hunt down such and such. He's raiding people's money, and there'll be
Well, no, to be fair,
bounties.
yeah, something there's bounties, but you only really take bounties out on monsters.
Oh,
you
only monsters.
Yeah, you only attack humans if they attack you first. But there are
Surely there are people out there that hate witches.
Yeah, God, nearly everyone hates witches at the minute because everyone's pissed off about magic and stuff. And witches are obviously people are like they're monsters too, and it's like technically yes, but it's like like this.
We're about to find out. Sit down and shut up, sir.
It's this weird thing though that everyone goes, witches are evil, and then the moment you say, do you want to? He's trying to start something, they all go, no. Because the witches they're like they've essentially made themselves strong enough to fight monsters, so one person isn't going to really.
One puny human.
Yeah. I think there's a bit in a minute when there's a
Or as
group.
dogs say, human.
Yeah.
Puny human.
Where there's a group of people that literally try to start on you, and you can either try and dip. You can try because you can do this thing where you can sort of warp their mind a little bit to influence them.
Oh no, that's quite useful.
You can do that to make them like regret the decision. You can either try to be diplomatic with them, or you can just go
flip the bird.
Yeah, or just go fuck it. And I think my decision is fuck it. I'm gonna punch him. I don't kill any of them, but you punch him. Puncherate.
Horsewoman of War. What's that about?
Oh yeah, and there's a card game in this game as well, which you can play with random people.
Oh yes, it was.
Gwent, it's called.
It's supposed to be quite similar to a game that's already out called Hearthstone or something like that.
Yes. Apparently Hearthstone is one of them really popular ones for Twitch, isn't it?
Become really popular because it's so intricate because of decks and stuff, etc. It is not my game on so many levels. I will never get drawn into something like that.
No, it doesn't interest me. I do play Gwent in this game though, because obviously this game's really simplified. 'Cause it's a mini game, isn't it?
His hands are enormous. Sorry, that was really random. I was like, that hand was really fucking big.
Interesting. We need somebody to describe.
That scar on his face looks really fresh.
Not colorful banners.
Like it happened like a month ago.
Violence and thoughtless cruelty.
I see you lack the polish of the academy. Rape and cruelty are details of no import to the war's cause.
As a basic rule though, I kind of recommend this game to anyone who likes anything to do with single player.
Tell that to the people.
Cinema choice, so yeah. I'm a fan right now.
I don't know, but Tyler, who is essentially a multiplayer person, isn't he? He adores this game, so that's kind of...
He was the one that got me looking at it. He watched the trailer because he wasn't too sure, but he wanted something new. And I got a...
Well, he really liked The Witcher 2. He borrowed it off Reese.
Alright, I got a text basically saying, are you at home? I was like, of course I'm not at home, I'm receiving your text. He's like, oh yeah. Go and look at The Witcher 3! I was like, okay.
This is the game I wanted, but like I said to you earlier, I originally wasn't going to get it, because all the games that have been released recently on launch have kind of been broken in a certain way, or just generally shit. But but this game, both Tyler and Reese suggested it to me. James, who likes all games,
Yeah.
I say Tyler and Reese, fucking hell. It's because Reese always plays single player games all the time. Tyler and James. Tyler, who only really is a multiplayer person, suggested it, and then James, who likes every game that's challenging, suggested it. So I kind of went, okay, I'll try it, and I've not regretted buying it.
at full price.
Exactly, yeah.
If I was to wait a few weeks, would it come down in price, do you think?
See, I don't know. That's what
I don't think it will.
I can't. Well, I can imagine it will after a few months, not a few weeks.
That's the thing, so I might as well.
If you want it for your job, like over the summer and that, this is probably a game to go for just for the amount of time you put into it. Yeah, this game, basic rules, you have 3 rows, siege, archery and melee kind of rows, and they all have different strengths.
Yeah.
And all you do is you have to make your strength the highest total in the 2 rounds. That's basically it, to be honest. It's not a hard game.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh dear, Bryn.
Oh, he's awake.
I'm tired now, and it's only fucking 6:30.
I've had that entire large can of Red Bull, and I'm tired. Shouldn't be.
Yeah. Moving on with life.
Yeah, moving onwards.
So this game's good, but you don't get to see anything in this video. So fuck you, anyone watching. If you want to see proper gameplay footage.
Is there a possibility to win money?
Yes, you can do betting later with other people on this game. You know.
So it could be an easy way to make some cash.
Aye, I suppose. But then if you lose, you know, you're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you have a finite amount of money. I mean, you can sell stuff to people, obviously, but generally stuff isn't worth that much. So, like, there's that kind of worry. I'm wondering when I'll run out of gold for repairing my shit. Because stuff, basically, every percent that your weapon's lost in durability costs 1 coin to repair. So, like, I had to pay like 70 gold to repair my sword, and generally you don't get that. It's not like Skyrim. The max amount of money I've had is 700 at the minute. And that's from, like, proper hoarding and...
That's the thing.
You have a massive backpack, and then I just sold it all, and I was like, I've got a lot of money. And then I lost... I was down to, like, 500 after repairing everything. Like, Jesus Christ.
You have to play this game. Is there any way you can skip it?
You can skip it, yes. You can choose to play it with him or not. And I went, fuck it, because I want to know.
I probably won't play this on my playthrough. I want to be badass Witcher.
Yeah.
Not play a card game.
Yeah, it's a side mission, because later on, like, you play other people, but you win their good cards off them. So now I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I pass, and I think I fucking lose. And I say I think, I mean, I know I lose. But
He's got a rank, his middle row's up to 10.
we won the first round. But now, I win overall, just because he's not, because you keep your cards throughout all the rounds, so the point is you can, like, save them for later.
Ah.
So, like, right now, I've still got, like, some high level cards. Oh, and he's already passed, so I've won this round.
Huh.
Like, oh, okay. I might as well pass because I've won. So, and that was a draw. I've got 4 cards. He's got 3. So, if
you win, you keep your cards. If you lose your cards.
No, this is just a tutorial. No, you just lose money if you lose.
Random poor footman.
But if you but obviously you just bet money as well, and then you win cards for doing it. It's basically just the game's incentive for saying the more you play, the better cards you get. Not the rain!
I thought that was like the opponent has put a dead body in the front line. I was like, okay.
The opponent has flipped the board and rage quit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's walked off. What a little bitch.
It would be cool if that was actually part of the animation of the game. You just see a hand, just a thumb come in, a chainmail fist.
So, you hit your laptop.
And then the very next
I
bit
won.
was you're fighting the guy.
Hooray. I think since I started this, I've only played 1 more game. I won 1 card, and now I've had the same opinion as you, Alex. I'm like, I'd rather be stabbing stuff at the minute.
Yeah.
Have a knack for this game. If you ever find yourself in Oxenfurt and wish to play a true master, ask for Stepan. A simple innkeep by trade, but a
How far are we through this?
when it comes to wet.
Quite a way, 45 minutes.
Thanks.
Josh booking your tickets now.
Yeah,
How much are they?
about to find out. I'm guessing.
Collect them all! Pokemon! That's the mission name.
For a woman.
Pokemon.
Like everyone.
Not like everyone. And not just any woman. Mine smells of lilac and gooseberries.
All I could watch when I was watching this, like the
Out
horse in the
window.
background.
Yeah.
That's all I could watch when I was
The
playing.
horse's
this.
head like
Yeah.
spazzing out.
And it keeps going back to that little thing.
Fine, I'll have a drink. Can we cut to the chase? You seen her or not?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
He doesn't look too tough. Slam his head in the table. I'm gonna be.
Thank you, wench.
I'm gonna be such a dick. In this
That horse wasn't there and she landed like, ta-da!
I'm going to be. I think I'm going to go out of my way to be a bit of an arse in this game. Just be like, fuck you, do this.
What's up, Brent?
Do as I say, give me the money, do it now.
I'm generally quite nice to anyone that's like, for the few people that are generally half decent and just act like you're a person.
Yeah.
I'm nice to them. And then anyone that
I'm
tries to
not
start it, I'm like,
I'm not going to bang down.
It's a ghetto of
there's a bit later, it's not really a spoiler, it's just a random encounter, Alex. There's a bit when they go, who are you if you're having a drink in a pub?
Yeah.
And he just goes,
Who are you?
chewing my ear. And they go, and he just goes, clean out your ears, who the fuck do you say you are? And you can either say back off or die. I'm sorry, or you can just tell them who you are. I went, fuck it, I went, I'm a witcher. And it's like, and he goes, do you want to know why I've got two swords? That is because one's for monsters and one's to kill people. And they go,
Recognize me?
better leave him alone, lads. And I'm like, yeah, fuck off. But I kind of thought it was
Well,
bad.
that's for
It was bad of me
killing
if I
monsters.
just kind of say fuck off and die because they will just try and kill me.
Yeah.
And I thought I might as well give them a chance to choose what they're fighting is a badass dual wielding awesome guy.
With cat's eyes.
Yeah. Then they were just like, he's a witcher. Ah, he's one of them freaks.
Surely you should notice the fact you're carrying two fucking swords.
Yeah.
And have a wolf thingy pendant.
Well, you are facing away from them,
Alright.
so they can't see your face. But yeah, they're just.
Two great big fucking swords.
It's quite a cool mechanic though. The dual swords in this game.
I thought you were going to say, can you carry one in each hand? Is that what you
No, well, that's incredibly pointless anyway, because each enemy is only weak to one sword or the
I
other.
know.
You can get small weapons though. I've seen a dwarven axe I can buy, which doesn't count as either. So I think you can have like other weapons, which are like
Oh, that's quite cool.
which are like meth damage against everything. I didn't buy it though, because I didn't see the point.
See, I would do that. I'd pour quite a lot of money into, like, because I love different animations for different weapons.
What you doing? I think you'll see it in a minute. Oh no, I go talk to the main guy again. Go, hey Gramps, I found out something. Apparently the waitress is banging the butcher. What? I mean, I know where she's going. Oh, okay.
Years since we hunted
You want to hear some gossip?
No! Oh. Why am I the only one?
Yeah.
Why am I Batman? Where is she?
It fits as well.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
going to knock that off at some point.
You are.
I'm surprised I haven't done it yet.
What?
As in, like, all the times I've come over, I'm surprised I haven't, like, dropped my laptop and broken it.
Well, not to point
Meh.
Touch wood.
See you later, Vesemir.
He loves that.
But
Animal, doesn't he?
yeah, he's got quite a way through it now. Yeah, okay, here we go. This is the only other bit of fighting you get to see.
Oh, they're waiting for you. Like, I don't like your tone, boy.
Well, they know you're a witcher. They don't like you.
then fuck off.
Yes. Perk two.
We don't like your kind here.
We don't take kindly to folks like you around here.
Look at him. You wouldn't.
Look at this. I could walk them out. I went fuck it.
Someone else to help. Three of you don't stand a chance against me.
Well, I could fuck you up by myself.
Bag over my head and my hands tied behind. Actually, no, not even then.
Chet, Lesh, back off.
I'll teach this man a weapon. This guy, the Wesson will be warned. Look at it, he hits me. I'm like, ah, you little bitch.
And he's down.
Like, I'm pretty sure you have choice. If I wanted, I'm pretty sure the game would let me if I press the button draw a sword.
Nice meeting you.
Yay!
Killing them though would.
I was wondering actually then, I was like, can I loot to them?
Yeah.
Like, no, you can't. Like, god damn it.
You can loot those crates though.
Yes, but I don't. Because I'm not sure if it's like a lore system. But apparently there's not, so, you know. There is a lore system if you try to kill, you know, people and do that, but...
Oh, like some.
So there's no there's no kicking chickens. Remember Skyrim? The same thing will happen. The guards will come after you.
Everybody did that. I swear. I walked in.
I never did that once.
And it's like the very first thing I did is I shot an arrow at the chicken, and then the two dudes who of course were way higher level and carrying big fucking axes and hammers came over. I was like, oh shit!
Yeah, you get to see me riding through the open fields and that. Well, I better stick to the path because I'm going to an objective. But yeah, we're nearly at the end of the video.
It looks amazing. It really does. They've done brilliantly.
You just get to see some cantering, and then I talk to another guy, and then we're done. God, Bryn.
Let me put it this way: that every time I come here, and we do a recording. Generally, I'm quite happy that we do the recording. But right now, I'm here going. I want to go and buy it. I want to go and play it.
You should. It's
do
good.
it. It's probably what's going to make me leave fairly early-ish tomorrow because I'll be like, right, bye. I've got shit to do. What do you do? Play in the workshop.
Yes. You're definitely gonna buy it tomorrow then, you think?
Yeah.
You're gonna get it from Margos?
Yes.
Like, right now, it's like, you've come across an enemy that's fucking ridiculous. Run! Yeah.
Oh, it's in a graveyard. Is it a ghost?
Yes, a wraith. It's level 7 and I'm level 1.
Run away!
Quite.
Oh, lovely. Nice and dark.
You see that building in the distance?
Yes.
That's where my objective is.
Ah.
Is that my objective? Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I like how it's kind of dotted on the map, so you know vaguely. Oh, random darts. Can you attack them?
I suppose if you want to. I don't think you get anything out of it other than contempt.
Oh, and if you get enough contempt when you enter a random village, they'll be like, get him! Sort of thing.
Yeah, it was quite a weird, annoying feature. I get, you know, if someone rode through it into your village with a sword drawn, you'd scream and panic a bit, wouldn't you? There's a bit of an odd feature though, where your guy automatically draws the right sword for the fight. Or at least on my difficulty anyway, which is normal. But there's sometimes where I've ridden past a group of enemies which I have no intention on fighting, but it's been near a village, so I've just rode through without realising that I still have my sword out.
Oh.
And they go, ah, ah, and I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, I'll put the sword away. I'm so sorry.
Alright.
Here we go. We'll go into here because this person apparently,
Freaking wrecked!
because this person might have seen where Yennefer went.
Oh, I love the detail on them. They look amazing!
I look like a local to you.
Again, though, I think the detail's only relevant if they made a good game, though. If they made a crap game which looked amazing, it would only be
But-
good for the tiniest amount of time the game was around for, wouldn't it? Like, it'd be impressive, and then when you realise the game was only 2 hours long, you go, hang on, like Call of Duty sometimes does.
Is there a DLC package for everything?
You black ones aren't
For this game?
Yes.
What do you mean? A DLC package?
Can you just buy the works?
The season pass? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, but for that I'll need connection to the internet, won't I?
Yeah, well,
If I could buy everything on a disc, like tomorrow, I would.
well, this game has that thing where every week they're releasing a little free bit of DLC, aren't they?
Heck, I'm not going to get any of those.
It's 16 free DLCs, and then next September they're releasing a couple of paid DLC. And they're both meant to be like quite big.
Dunno anything.
So, out for a little walkie, eh? Counting the Emperor's swords to lull you to sleep? Well, in the
I've gone off DLC a lot recently though, in that, like, you know, Dragon Age, which I do like. That game has released a DLC, and I just kind of felt the game was fine as it is. And to be fair, I didn't think it was amazing, but I was like, to be honest, I've already bought the game, I don't need to pay more.
Yeah.
The game's fine.
Have you bought
No.
nothing but this recently?
Well, what are you going to ask?
Oh bloody hell! This is retarded. I'm having
Yeah, it really
such
is.
a blank right now. Destiny, House of Wolves.
Oh god, no.
Didn't Tyler James get it?
Well, James got a season pass with his Xbox, didn't he?
And apparently Tyler got the same.
Well, Tyler just bought it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did they say it's any good?
Yes, but they are the only two that have got it. I'm not getting it purely because it's 20 quid.
I might.
Also, it's not got a raid. So the most the most interesting part of the game itself is just they've not bothered with it. So they've had Brinny. Jesus Christ! Wait a second.
His armour's pretty swanky.
But-
He must be important.
Yeah, I want heavy armor because I think heavy armor looks awesome. I've only found medium so far in the game. What is it? Yeah, they've not added a raid mode anymore in this one, but they've added a thing called the arena, which is like horde mode, and I was like, oh, that sounds fair enough. But it's only 3-player horde mode.
Oh, that's a bit
So
shit.
yeah,
Let us settle on it, and I wish to see the
I just don't want it. Then I just can't be bothered. Destiny's, you get too little for what you pay for. The only reason I bought the Dark Below is because fuck all was out at the same time.
Yeah, I think I was in the same boat.
Whereas now there's The Witcher, and next month, if worse comes to worse, there is the Elder Scrolls thing. You know, if you want to something just to waste your time with.
I will not be buying
And then
that.
there's stuff from my Wii U that's coming out, like the new Yoshi game, and then they're releasing some Nintendo 64 games, stuff like that.
No, I've
there's
got
just- there's
for
nothing
this
there is.
month. Well, I said for this month. For the coming month, I've got budget for The Witcher, going to see Reese, and possibly a leather jacket. Other than that, saving.
Go ahead. What's your price?
Saving. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, because you won't be getting the Destiny DLC until you back properly, I know, will you? Which is not for ages, is it?
October.
Yeah, ages.
Yeah.
That's June, July, August, September. Nearly 5 months.
Yep.
Well, by then the new Destiny DLC will be out anyway. The major one, which adds like a whole new story to it.
Then I probably will just get that.
You see, that appeals to me slightly more if they're adding like a whole new campaign
But then
which adds
again,
to this campaign.
If that's true, then you're probably going to need to be that level to even do those missions. Unless they release it in sort of a bundle, like you get that and all the previous DLC for.
I doubt it. No, but you say it, but you can still reach the new level cap because of the Crucible and that, can't you? It's just the content you can't reach. Like, you know, the level cap was increased from 30 to 32 with the Dark Below, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And this one's to 34. You can still reach level 34. You just can't do any of the.
It's only gone to 34. I thought it was going higher than that.
You see, James said 39. I think.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah. It's only 34. I think 39 is probably going to be what the the Comet DLC in September is going to raise it to. Probably more.
attacks in villages, fields, on the main road.
Meaning it's a
Really, but this person's basically saying he'll tell us where Yennefer's gone if we kill the Griffin.
Let me guess, the information he has is BS.
No?
Oh, it's actually useful, is it?
Yes.
I'll need bait.
To be fair though, I don't think anyone fucks with the Witcher unless they're the bad guy.
Should lure the griffin.
And he's not a bad guy, he's just a general person.
Do the
isn't he?
Wild Hunt people, they're out to kill the witches, are they?
See, I'm not sure about that yet. They're out to kill a specific Witcher at the moment,
Ah.
but you're not sure. But they're not out to kill you. Like at the minute, they've tried to kill you, but only because you got involved. Where I've got to.
Ah.
Came idioms,
I think the Wild Hunt just hunt everyone.
for example.
I don't know actually. It's not really.
Herbalist. She lives
Why, if you want to rule the world, why do you go and kill everyone in it? Would be my question.
Well, they don't want to rule the world. You don't know shit about their motives yet, do you?
Oh, well, fair enough. There you go.
I won't say anything I don't already know.
Anyway, so
This is. I want to go out. I want to go. I want to buy it. I want to go and play it.
so there we go. This is the teaser, Alex.
Yeah.
And it doesn't spoil much gameplay. You've not listened to any dialogue, neither have I again. But it's just showing shit off. It's showing off. It's a
Yeah.
graphics showcase, I'll say.
It's.
And you don't. I don't even show you the Griffin
I
because
bet you I've
it takes
said
time.
it. I've said it 3 or 4 times.
Yes.
That it looks incredible now. So I want.
Next of all, we'll be doing a Let's Not Finish of a Nintendo 64 game just to bring Alex down to the past 12 years ago.
Yes. Like, so why?
The monsters! The monsters! The
Now,
video's
Geralt,
going to end in
take
a
a
second.
bow.
Is it going to end in a second?
Yes.
Don't know where that is. I know shit all happens now anyway, so fuck it. As promised, we do not finish, so, you know, done.